So what's the first question?
What's the difference between psychology and vector psychology?
Okay, now if you look at general psychology, the problem is that it's not really science, because you cannot diagnose a problem. And psychiatrists, even worse, they prescribe pills, prescription, without any diagnosis, without even really knowing the problem, the issue. So they kind of poke in and trying to see, but it's psychology itself, it just developed also recently, you can say. Freud started the work, and only, like less than 100 years, you can say, right? It's been only in 18. It's pretty new. Now, vector psychology, it's actually recent, based on Freud work. Two Russian scientists, psychologists, they created a system. They put it into system, so it's easier to diagnose the problem, psychosomatic, and resolve the issue without any medication, without any psychiatry, because it's vector psychology, it's both psychology and psychiatry. So deep migraine and problems like autism and schizophrenia that psychiatrists trying to resolve, vector psychology actually can resolve these problems in some stages, early stages. Kids 12, 13 can be resolved. Psychology has no clue what's going on whatsoever. They just, it's not even science. So I don't see psychologists, I think it's just something, sometimes person just need to talk to somebody, because sometimes if person doesn't have someone to share things, it can also really, it can impact its mood, its psychological state. He needs sometimes to share things. If he doesn't have nobody, it's good to visit psychologists for this reason. But to resolve some issues, I think, is useless. Understand? So now, how works vector psychology? Because every person is different, we have different erogenous zones, different parts of the body that are more sensitive, like skin. Some person's skin, it's more sensitive than other people. Somebody eyes, somebody ears, somebody nose. So every part of the body has like orifices, like holes, like pores. So skin, eyes, ears, where energy can be exchanged in and out. And based on that part of the body, you can tell person character, sexuality, everything basically, based on that. So that's what vector psychology does. It's actually diagnose, and then it helps to resolve the problem. And I don't see any results from psychologists or psychiatrists whatsoever. Vector psychology, if you check, well, you can find reviews in Russian right now. It's not really available in English, but it will be soon. But for example, look how it works. Let's say a person has deep migraine, okay? And the migraine, usually it's in certain vectors. Audio, person who used to watch The Tribe at night when we lived in ancient times, its ears more sensitive than other people in the tribe. Now, why is that? Because somebody had to watch us. We slept in open savanna, not in cave, because we didn't have enough caves for everybody. So like lions, wolves, open savanna. So we're not going to be eaten at night or killed by enemy. Somebody has sensitive ears, can hear what's going on. It's melatonin, night hormone, that helps you to fall asleep, produces during the day. So he's kind of sleepy during the day, he sleeps during the day, that person. Nowadays we evolutionize, not that much as it used to be thousands or even 100,000 years ago, but still some people, they prefer to be awake at night. They're very introvert because all the energy goes kind of through the ear and directly to the brain, versus our energy of eyes, extrovert. So that's how you kind of differentiate. Also, that person usually is not too loud, doesn't speak a lot or scream or telling dirty jokes or any jokes, versus oral vector, that's the person likes to speak, to talk, to scream, and its mouth is sensitive. It was responsible in the tribe. We're not going to be poisoned. He can feel better with his mouth. His like foodies, people who like to eat, people who like to talk, oral. Now, imagine if oral vector would be that, if we would be everybody the same, and person watching us at night is talking, is loud, is telling jokes, we're going to be eating the same night by leopards or tigers. So that's why that person is very quiet, introvert, and listening to savanna, listening to the sound around, it changes and balances its biochemistry. It feels better. That's what makes him, some way to feel better. That's why you see person in the bus wearing glasses, hoodie, and kind of disattached from everybody, or maybe earphones. Why? Because when you close your eyes, your other parts of the body, like your skin, becomes more sensitive. It's the same like in, not just skin, but every part, every organ that is responsible for like sensitive, like skin, eyes, ears, if it doesn't work 100%, like deaf people, they basically can hear better, right? Why? Because other parts becomes more sensitive. So your skin more sensitive, ears more sensitive, so it balances at ears. Now what happened is when he sleeps, everybody sleeps in savanna, that person kind of focusing his ears and surroundings. He try to listen what's going on around us. And when he's doing that, that's how it balances his biochemistry. That's when migraine will be gone. So there is different types of migraine. Sometimes it's deep psychosomatic, stress, it's one thing. But when it's like headache, migraine, especially with Woodiel, if he has this migraine, he just needs to sit down and 10-15 minutes focus and try to kind of listen and hear what's going on in the other room, or what's going on in the other, on the street while you're at home. Or try to focus 100% in your ears and the sound, and your headache will be gone. So that's how vector psychology works, you understand? In everything. The same thing, for example, skin. If person has dermal, it's dermal vector, it's part of the body, skin more sensitive. So when it goes through stress, its skin, it becomes acne, or becomes a rash, or problems with the skin. So it's the same thing. When you take off this, go and resolve the issues with this person, the stress, the fears, his skin will be fine. And in everything, basically all psychosomatics can be resolved this way through vector psychology. Let's stop.